I can't lie to y'all, man. These 7'4" builds have me a little bit worried. And it's not just me saying this. You're not gonna believe what 2K's head gameplay developer Mike Wong said about these 7'4" builds.
Yeah, okay. I'm not worried about 7'4s, but I think they're okay. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
I made two 7'4" builds, a post scorer with shades of Yao Ming, and a popper that gets legend set shot specialist. These builds are so tall and will be so hard to contest. These are easily the most toxic builds in the entire game. If you want 2K26 for free, listen up. I'm running giveaways on my Twitter or X every day. I'll put a link in the description. Be sure to enter and be sure to subscribe to my channel as well if you want to win. Before I show you all my tips to create the best 7'4" build that will potentially break the game, if you need help making your build, jump shot, or animations, NBA2KLab.com has you covered. You can find a ton of the best information for free. But if you want the premium stuff like the best data for jump shot bases, jump shot releases, shot speeds, green windows, and average green percent, they even have a custom jump shot recommender where you can connect your controller and find the best jump shot for your timing. Use code SOLO for 20% off all of this premium data that will help you take your game to the next level. I know I'm going to be on the website this year for 2K26. I'll put a link in the description to NBA2KLab.com. What's up, guys? It's Solo back on our video, and today we're going to be getting a little bit toxic. Now, I do want to apologize in advance for this video because we're going to be creating a monster, and I hope I'm not giving nobody the wrong idea when it comes to making these builds, because this could end very bad. Now, look at these 7'4" builds. You can get an 89 three-pointer with a 90 midi on a 7'4", and you can still get 99 of both rebounding. Look at that. So what that means is you could get gold set shot specialist, and then max plus 2 that to legend. You can have legend set shot specialist with silver limitless range. If you want to max plus 2 that, you could have Hall of Fame limitless range on a 7'4", but we'll get into the shooting later. I'm going to make two different versions. This first one is a post score. So we're going to go 96 in the close shot for Hall of Fame float game, silver hook specialist, which I think we'll be getting that higher later, and then Hall of Fame paint prodigy. And once we get our post control up, you will see hook specialist will start to go up. We're gonna get that on Hall of Fame. We're gonna go 95 on the, 96 on the post control for, what was it, which badge? I think post up poet. Hall of Fame unpluckable is gonna be on gold. Post fade phenom and post powerhouse we will be getting in a second. Next up, we got the standing dunk. You gotta have standing dunk on a post score. I feel weird talking about a post score right now, I'm not gonna lie, but I wanted to make everything while I was playing the game early, and so here we are. What am I doing? What am I doing in my life? But we're going to be doing a 90 standing dunk for gold rise up, which you can max plus 2 that up to legend. You're going to get every dunk package for standing dunks. And I wanted to get some midi. I saw some other people at community day not going with midi on their post score. We're going to go 85 midi for that gold post phenom. We're also going to have silver deadeye and silver set shot. This will also give us a bunch of jump shot bases too. So you'll be able to shoot in the midi, which I think is definitely valuable. You don't want to only be able to score in the paint. I'm not going to be getting, you know, three-pointer on this build, although that could be crazy on a post score, but I don't know. You're not really going to be at the 3-point line, but this build is about to get crazy. It's already looking crazy with the badges and everything, but just wait. Now for the defense, we're going to be putting our block not too high. I know some people are going to want more block, but at the end of the day, we're 7'4". We're massive. We're going to have higher interior as well. We're going to go 74 in the block, and then our interior is going to be, I believe, an 82. I thought we might have went a little higher, but we're going 82. Once we get our strength up, that will give us a few more badges. We're going to be going 87 on the strength, 82 on the interior, silver post lockdown, bronze paint patroller, and then silver off ball pest. Of course, you could probably, you know, max plus 1 those if you want to. I have it all written down because it's a lot to remember, but I don't plan on boosting any of these defensive badges as it currently stands. I'll go over all of the, you know, max plus 2s and stuff at the end. You guys can see the badges here: brick wall silver, physical finisher on bronze. We will be doing the build specialization path for finishing. I don't know if I mentioned that. We're gonna max out our speed and agility, which it is pretty low. That is one problem about these, you know, 7'4s. Honestly, I probably could have lowered the weight because we're not going to be getting 99 rebounding. So I probably could have lowered the weight, got a little more speed and agility, and then at 92 offensive rebound, you're going to get gold rebound chase. We're also going to have gold box out. I'm not really sure why I went 93 on the O board. You could bring that down to 92, probably free up a little bit more attributes. We're going to go 60 for the dunk, and then the build's pretty much done at this point. So I'll tell you guys all of the badge perks. You guys can see this is what the build is looking like. It's looking pretty crazy. Look at the finishing. We got some crazy stats. We got, what is it, 590 stats on this build, potentially 6 when you get your strength up with cap breakers. But we're going to be doing max +2 on post fade phenom. So it's going to go from gold to legend, max +2 tier 2 on high flying denier. So that's going to be going from bronze to gold, max +2 for the build specialization, rise up from gold to legend, then max +1 tier 1 post powerhouse from Hall of Fame to legend, max +1 build specialist, hook specialist from Hall of Fame to legend. So we're gonna have an unhealthy amount of legend badges on this build. And then this is a takeover I was looking at that is insane. Fundamentals, paint surgeon, takeover ability. Look at this. You get 3 +7s to close shot, which will have a 99. Post control, which will have a 99. And then midi +7 to a 92 midi. This build is pretty crazy, you know. Again, will I be making it? Will I be upgrading it? Probably not. Maybe months down the line. It's too toxic for me. You know, I'm gonna stick to my guards. I'm gonna stick to my lockdowns. Maybe make a regular center. This is crazy though. And look at this. We get shades of Yao Ming, Robert Parrish, and Ralph Sampson. But Yao Ming, bro, that's crazy. A Yao Ming build, that's toxic. And the archetype is a board hunting mid post bully. It has bully in the name. I feel like that's definitely fitting. We got our go-to badges, which all of those except float game. I mean, if you want that up, you can boost that, but post up poet and actually not post up poet, but paint prodigy. I'm tripping. None of those. Okay, those are the ones that are staying Hall of Fame. But again, post fade phenom, legend, rise up legend, post powerhouse legend, hook specialist legend. So there's gonna be a lot of legend badges. This is the build. We're gonna have some gameplay with this build as well up next, and then I have a 7-4 popper for you guys. All right, so here we are in the my court at community day when I was playing early, and I just wanted to test out the midi. I wanted to test out some of these moves. Now I believe this is a post go-to shot. Again, I'm not really a post scorer, but look at this. Like, I feel like if you're not ready for this, some of the defenders, I'm gonna get jumping with that move. I was talking to Joey 2K, shout out to Joey. He said this is either the Jokic post go-to shot or just the normal one. It's probably the normal one, but actually in 2K26 they put on the best SIGs for you by default, so it actually might be the Jokic one. That would make a little bit of sense, but that animation's crazy. You can I think right here I do it, actually maybe not, but I do a post fade. You could post hook off of it. It gets crazy. Like some of these post moves right here, I'm kind of spamming the little change sides thing. Again, I'm not too familiar with the post score terminology, but it's where you like kind of flick the right stick to switch sides. You could, you know what I'm saying, spin off that, drop step, whatever you want to do, post fade. There's a lot of options right here. I'm post fading from pretty much near the 3-point line. I don't know, like post, look at this. I'm doing the little, I don't even know what you call it, the Kobe size up backwards speed boosting off of it. Yo, it's gonna get toxic. And I know I'm probably gonna play some ones this year, so I'm probably gonna run into some people that are doing this, but they might have to nerf post scores. You know, there's only a few people that make post scores. They're probably going to be happy. A lot of people might be mad because these post scores looking crazy. Look at the standing dunk with it. And then right here, I'm just going to kind of, I don't know what you'd call this. I'm kind of just like working on the rim or something. I don't know. But anyways, enough of this post score talk. It's time to show you guys this 7'4" popper that I made with Legend Set Shot Specialist. All right, so here we go. We have the 7'4" popper build, and this is going to be pretty crazy. I think like the shooting on this thing is going to be insane. We're going 7'4", 260 on the weight, 7'4" on the wingspan, and with a 7'4" wingspan, which is minimum, you could still get 99 rebounding. So we're gonna go 97 off rip. That gives us Hall of Fame rebound chaser, Hall of Fame box out beast. Now we're gonna go for the build specialization. We're gonna go on the rebounding path. So once we get our 2 cap breaks from that, we're gonna have 99. All those badges are gonna be on legend. We're gonna go 90 D-board because you can't go you can't have like an 80. Like, I don't know, I don't like that. Some centers go with like a 1 that's really high and then 1 that's like an 80. I like both to be at least in the 90s. We're gonna go 91 strength for all of those badges, max the speed, max the agility, 67 vertical, max vertical. Then we're gonna go 74 block, 86 interior for silver post lockdown, bronze paint patroller, and then gold off ball pest, of course. So but yeah, the rebounding on this build is about to be insane, but that's not even the craziest part because the shooting we still have not even got to. 87 on the pass accuracy for gold dimer, gold break starter, gold versatile visionary, and then bronze bailout. And then if you do get 5 cap breakers from the rep system, you could put that on pass accuracy, get all of these badges Actually, no, just Dimer. But still, Dimer, that's really valuable. Getting Dimer on Hall of Fame, and then you can max +1 that easily to Legend. That's an option. And here's where it gets crazy, okay? We're going 89 3-pointer, which you see the badges. Silver Limitless, Gold Set Shot Specialist, and Silver Deadeye. Now, for the badge perks, we will be doing Set Shot to Legend for sure, easily, because that just makes the build that's like Legend catch and shoot from previous 2Ks. You know what I mean? And we're 7'4". People are not going to get contests on us. If you played last year, you know, if you reversed in a 7-foot popper, a lot of the shots were open. It was just kind of hard to time that. We're going to go Limitless on Hall of Fame because we're going to also max +2 that. That is actually a tier 2 badge on these 7'4" builds, I do believe. Then we're going to go Standing Dunk here, 81 for Silver Rise Up. 90 would be crazy, but we're probably going to be spending a lot of the time on the perimeter. We're going to be shooting a lot. We're going to go with a 70 driving layup for that bronze physical finisher. And I'll go over the rest of the badge perks in a second. Actually, there we go, 99 overall. This is the final builder here for a 7'4" popper. It's looking crazy. 99 rebounding with Legend Set Shot. This build actually is one that I would really recommend. There's some builds where I was just kind of testing stuff out. This one though, actually is going to be insane. So again, Set Shot going to Legend, we're going to max +2 that. Limitless going to Hall of Fame, we're going to max +2 that. And then our last max +2 is going to be Brick Wall to Legend, because we're going the rebounding path, and you can still get that with the physicals. Max +1 Rebound Chaser to Legend until we of course get those cap breakers. Max +1 Dimer to Hall of Fame. It's actually a tier 2 badge. And then Box Out Beast to Legend. And then this takeover is actually insane. Glass Gunner, you get the sharpshooter takeover ability that gives you +5 to 3, +6 to midi, and then +5 to D-board, which is perfect for us because that was a little bit lower anyways. And yeah, I like this one. If you wanted to get Deep Bomber, I think you need a 93-point shot, so you'd probably have to go 7'3", but that would have been crazy. I mean, maybe when we get the custom takeovers, which that might be a rep award, maybe you can get Deep Bomber. I don't know. You probably can't because you got to qualify for it, but yeah, they kind of limited the 7'4s a little bit in that sense, not giving them Deep Bomber. But you see the shades, Vlade Divac, Arvydas Sabonis, and we got Wemby, shades of Wemby on our 7'4" popper. This one is going to be called a Pick and Pop Board Enforcer. You can see the go-to badges, which again, all of those will be boosted. We're going Box Out Beast, Legend, Rebound Chaser, Legend, Brick Wall, Legend. Literally all of them will be Legend. Top attributes are looking crazy. And now here's a little sneak peek of some builds I'm gonna drop tomorrow. Look at this. The shades are crazy. The build names are crazy. We had Jokic and Embiid there. Look at this one. This is an inside center. Drummond, Prime Ben Wallace, and Prime Dwight. Oh my God. Like, bro, that might have been the craziest shades I've seen all week. We get shades of Shaq on this one. We have DeMarcus Cousins, Jokic, ball snatching, midi, bully. These builds are crazy. These builds are crazy, and I've been waiting to drop the center builds. You know, I've seen some people saying, how did no one make a max wingspan popper? How, like, the center builds are kind of mid that people have been dropping. I've seen the talks on Twitter, right? I'm dropping them soon. I've been waiting to get a little bit closer to launch. You know, I got to spread out the videos. I can't just drop everything at once. So those will be coming soon. Sub up if you want to see those, and drop a like too, because if I see the feedback's crazy, I'll probably drop it earlier. You know what I'm saying? I'll really get on that. But here's me shooting with the 7'4" build, and you see, until that fade, I was not missing a shot. And then you're gonna see me. Look at this right here. Ready? I'm greening. Everything's green. Like, I was probably shooting like 80% in here, maybe even higher. I don't know, but the shooting on these 7'4" builds. And I also showed my jumper earlier. If you want to rewind, it was like base Jonathan Isaac. It's actually looking like a really good jumper that is probably going to be very viable on day one. I think I used it in 2K25, or at least it's somewhat like this jumper, something very similar. 2K26 is almost here, and honestly right now I'm probably live, twitch.tv/solo_. I'll put a link in the description. I've been just labbing builds, making builds, reacting to builds, and of course when the game comes out, I'm gonna be streaming the entire rep grind all the way to whatever the top rep is. See y'all on the Twitch. Sub up if you guys haven't, and click the video pop on your screen right now if you haven't seen it yet.